Hello, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz, owner of SpiritSpeaks and creator of the Ultimate Intuitive Confidence Mastery course. I am here because I wish to offer assistance to anyone during these difficult times. Assistance in terms of being encouraging, uplifting, and to assist you in this small way during the next 15 or so minutes to help you manifest your best in whatever situation you find yourself this week. I am going to do a tarot card reading for us for October 22nd through 28th. Now, for all of those of you who know what I do before I do the tarot card reading, I am not letting you down this week. I am going to go over a national holiday or two so that we can ponder how to celebrate even in the midst of many things that we might be experiencing right now. The first is on October 28th, National First Responders Day. This holiday recognizes the heroic women and men who make it their business to take immediate action when disaster strikes. Just think about firefighters, police, paramedics, and more who get involved. Whether you've had your own emergency or not, it's easy to understand and appreciate the dangerous and difficult work they do. Now, in addition to this holiday, there is a holiday on October 26th, and this is National Pumpkin Day. You guys knew it was going to come, right? I mean, I was doing pumpkin chocolate chip cranberry oatmeal cookies until this past week. All right, so pumpkins are somewhat a fruit. I shouldn't say somewhat. I was going to say something a little bit different. Now, there are pumpkins that are a member of the gourd family, which includes cucumbers, honeydew melons, cantaloupe, watermelons, and zucchini. These plants are native to Central America and Mexico, but now grow on 6 continents. In fact, the Frenchman Jacques Cartier explored the St. Lawrence region of North America back in the 1500s, and he reported finding something that the French called gros melon. Pardon me if I didn't say that quite right. He said this term that in English it got translated to something akin to pompions, which has since evolved into the modern pumpkin. Now, interestingly enough, I'm doing this on my computer screen, and it doesn't usually happen, but a lot of things are popping up today. So I'm trying to remove. Give me 1 second. Thank you very much. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that the pumpkin got carved into a jack-o'-lantern, not for Halloween. In 1900, there was a published article that recommended a lit jack-o'-lantern as part of Thanksgiving festivities. Who would have thought? The US did not fully embrace Halloween until the 1920s. All right. So you may celebrate pumpkins by enjoying pumpkins as a treat. Pumpkin puree goes into so many things, and now we have so many cups of some type of pumpkin flavored beverage at coffee shops. There are different coffee houses, and I believe they all have some version of a pumpkin coffee drink nowadays. It's important to note that there are 2 different types of winter squash. We have the type that we carve into a pumpkin, and then the type that we generally put into our pumpkin pie. Not saying that we haven't overlapped the two, because I know for a fact, I have seen my mother during my childhood take the very jack-o'-lantern that we had carved into a beautiful face that was illuminated for a number of days, get chopped up and put into a pie. All right, so I also want to mention, just to wrap up the Pumpkin Day discussion, that there were 2 votes that did come in later on, after my last announcement, for pumpkin cookies. Alas, sweet potato won by a long shot. So I am now going to move on to the card reading. I am using the Angel Tarot card deck simply because I felt like going back to an old favorite. And I have already placed this room in the Violet Flame of Saint Germain for protection. The Essenes, even Jesus used this to keep lower vibrational energy out, to keep holy work pure and holy. I only deal with God's white light, and I have summoned higher spirit to come through the oneness of the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, Jesus, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, Buddha, and so on. So, in their presence, I am shuffling the cards and asking Divine, through their oneness, to govern which cards I end up selecting, so that I may impart a message, particularly for those who are listening to this episode, that you may grow and manifest this week that which you most need and maybe desire. The first card I have is the 5 of Fire. This is a card of change, and the suit has to do with one of passion. The phrases on this say competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Well, that sounds like a great start to the week. The thing is, it's wonderful when Spirit can touch upon things that are affecting us so that they can guide us. Once we have a heads up, awareness is one of the most important early steps to making an improvement in any area of your life. So you may become aware of some competing goals. That might be why a project you're working on has been slowed in its progress, or why there have been some subtle obstacles that have appeared that didn't seem clear in their source. Read between the lines in your situations and find where there may be conflicts so that they may be worked out. Note among these different wands that it's not that the wands are going head to head with each other, they simply are at crossed purposes. So it may be that it isn't that you need to defeat another person. You may simply need to adjust and compromise so that there is less conflict of purpose and everyone may manage their path with compatible others around them, completing theirs. This is a wonderful card. Master number 11, the Strength card. We have Archangel Ariel depicted here. Archangel Ariel is depicting strength of the yin type. She has been likened to Archangel Michael in that she can help fight battles. We know that angels are more androgynous or lack gender. And I want to recant that. I'm going to say that they are androgynous because they contain both male and female. So they're all inclusive in their gender, really. Archangel Ariel is depicted to us often as an archangel who is using her yin very powerfully. And I'm saying her because we're not speaking German, where I know that they have a gender neutral pronoun. Okay, all right. Words below: great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. We may use the tips in this card to help us resolve the conflicts from this one. I see, when I look into the card, this beautiful mass of green. This is human to human love, the energy of the heart chakra. And within that mass of love, we may manifest something else that green can represent. We can manifest what we need and that which is for our highest good. Note that the world is nestled right within all of this energy. So we have the world at our fingertips within all this love. Let us then use our higher vibrations and our higher chakras to find the wisdom in the best possible decision making for words we use when we are discussing, especially in a contentious conversation with someone else. We can breathe in and literally, in a heartbeat, ask Divine to help us with pulling out just the right words to assuage ruffled feathers and to be as productive as possible so that everyone will enjoy their highest good. Also, note doves, the symbol of peace. We can have peace. We needn't continue battling endlessly. We can plan, strategize, communicate, and take our steps toward that positive end. Third card, Six of Fire. Note, we have two passion cards, two cards of fire. 6 is a number that can represent, for instance, the sixth chakra, mental activity. This can include planning, thinking, reflecting, strategizing. It can also be circular thinking, ruminating. It can be procrastinating due to worry, anxiety, and other mental activities. However, in this card, you see in the foreground women throwing rose petals down, and you see this person on a steed basically riding through a victory pass. I'll read what's at the base of the card. Victory, good news, it's on its way. Public recognition or awards. So, after pondering, planning, strategizing, troubleshooting, and on, what's that phrase? Something about preparing for the worst while hoping for the best? That appears to be the type of advice that they are giving here. To be looking upward, moving forward, and to be thinking ahead of time about any perils, any risks, any dangers in the decisions that have been made, so that you can be ready for when they come to overcome and succeed in manifesting. So while we start off with possibly some conflicted or quarrelsome times for some of us, this is about thinking outside the box. My eye is being drawn to the orange chakra this time that I select the card. We are to think innovatively, and come up with higher vibration ways to get to point B from point A, so that we are not as conflicted as we might at our outset appear to be. We may call upon Archangel Ariel for her strength. We may use our heart chakra among our other ones, and remember that we are dealing with a master number here. Inner strength. Remember, we are a spark of divine, and all we need to do is call divine in to help us. They want us to succeed in our journey down here, and that includes all of our smaller wins, which add up to the bigger win at the end. Finally, 6 of fire. When we take these steps, using our inner strength, calling upon divine to join us, thinking innovatively, trying out new solutions, which take the highest interest of the others at heart, we may then encounter this victory march. This is all for today. I wish you a beautiful week. For anyone who would like to have more in-depth or customized tarot card readings with me, all you need to do is text area code 949-424-4494. And if you have any interest in signing up for my next offering of the Ultimate Intuitive Confidence Mastery course, you may do the same. Text me at area code 949-424-4494, and I'd be happy to fill you in with the details. Once again, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz. I am wishing for you to stay healthy, to be blessed, and most of all, to just be you. Namaste.